On this episode, we're talking homeowners insurance with Ronnie McCracken with the McCracken Family Agency at Farmers Insurance. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 18 of the Bob Wahl Show. On the Bob Wahl Show, we talk business, we talk St. Louis, and we talk real estate. Today, we are with Ronnie McCracken with Farmers Insurance, and we are going to talk about homeowners insurance and maybe a few other types of insurance. So, Ronnie, it's been too long. I've been meaning to have you on the show, and I'm glad we were able to work it out. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. It's good to see that you're growing and this thing is taking off, and I'm glad I can be part of it.
Awesome. I guess we'll start out, talk about yourself and how you ended up getting into the insurance business.
Absolutely. So I'm a family man. I've been married 14 years to my beautiful wife, Anna. We have two kids, Ethan and Owen. I'm a football coach. I help out at our parish. So I'm very family oriented, as is our business. And the way I got into this industry is just like everybody after college. You know, you go the corporate world route, and that's where you think you want to land. And you build up your skills. And I was big into sales and customer service. But after a while, I thought there was something more I could do. I wanted to give back. I wanted to be my own entrepreneur and have my own business. And I wanted something that I could be proud of. And I wanted something that I could use my skills and leave a life legacy for my family for years to come. So that's kind of how I got into the business.
That's great. You kind of started the insurance thing right around the time I went right into the real estate thing for the same reasons, and it's been exciting watching you grow. And I guess we'll have you tell us, like, what do you like most now that you're kind of trucking along here? What do you like most about being in insurance?
Absolutely. It's a great question, as it's really reconnecting with people. Probably you can say for the Bob Wahl Show is I love networking with people. I love interacting with people. The ability to help someone know that you're helping somebody, either you're saving them money, giving them something they don't have, bringing that value to them. That's probably the number one thing.
Right.
But just the ability to network with people, and it's amazing, as you have and I have. We've grown in our communities. We're touching base.
You're not on tape now.
Yeah, we are, but that's all right. That's all right. We can edit.
I'm just going to get a card.
What's that?
If I get a card, I need to do a videotape demo.
You need what?
To do a videotape demo. Is this a videotape demo? Deposition? Do you do
For
it?
attorney.
No. I'm a real estate company. This is just a video blog.
I really apologize.
What's that? No, that we're gonna keep that in there. Why not? I'm serious. We're leaving it in there.
That's great. And that's how you build network.
Right. So where were we at? You were talking about what you like, what you like most about it.
Yeah. So the networking aspect with the people, but one of the funnest things that's happened is just reconnecting with old friends. We were both at Southeast Missouri. 20 years has gone by, and this position here has allowed me to reconnect with people that I've lost contact with, over the 18 years or more. And that's been a lot of enjoyment there, and finding out where they're at now, because a lot of the businesses that they own or work at, we've networked through that. So that's been a pleasure to be part of the business.
Great. I guess we'll talk about the products you provide. What types of insurance specifically do you provide with Farmers Insurance?
Sure. Our biggest one that we're known for is our personal line. So auto, home, specialties, motorcycles, RVs, things like that, umbrellas, that's a big one. But we also do commercial insurance for business. And another one that a lot of agents aren't is we sell a lot of life insurance, but I'm also Series 6 and 63 licensed, so I can help out financially, so I can be a financial advisor and help with any financial questions that people have. So we can really roll it into one big package from anything from personal to business.
Okay,
so
that's great. I guess we'll focus on, you cover many different types of insurance. We'll focus on keeping it real estate related with the homeowners rates. What are the types of things that affect a homeowner's rates when they're looking at policies?
Sure, and there's usually three things that really affect you, the homeowner, when you're looking for insurance. Credit is one. The second biggest one is zip code. There's a lot of areas that maybe have a lot of crime, maybe have a lot of just bad not taken care of areas, those will affect your rate, so zip codes, and then fire protection. So if you live out in a very rural area and your fire protection area is far away, there's times that you're going to be rated higher because it takes longer for that risk if the house was to catch fire to be put out. So fire protection really affects that. So those are the three things that would really affect your rate.
Okay. Here's one of the top questions I really wanted to ask you. Every time I get a buyer under contract, I get a little uncomfortable because I always, there's so many other things to address as far as inspections and things working on the loan, that sort of thing, that in the contract it technically states they have 10 days unless otherwise stated in the contract to get a homeowners in quote and to make sure that they can get insurance. I always get a little uncomfortable because most people are they just assume they're going to get insurance because most of the time you can. I haven't had an issue otherwise, but technically it's in the contract. They have 10 days to do it. Most people go past that 10 days before they get that quote to secure the homeowners insurance. I've never had an issue. I've never heard of anyone else having an issue, but technically it's in the contract, so I gotta believe at some point there was someone that got into some sort of legal liability because they defaulted on that. What are the types of things that could cause, I get a buyer under contract, what are the types of things that would cause them to not be able to get homeowners insurance on a home?
Sure. 98 to 99% of the time, we're going to grant the homeowners insurance so that you can go through escrow, we can get the mortgage stuff done, we can get and pass it through and they got their home. It's usually on the back end after the close that you're going to see either premiums go up, they're going to decline or cancel the policy, and that's all based on maybe the prior owner not giving the right information to you, to the new homeowner. So if they're not telling the truth about the roof age, and we come back and find out it's an older roof, we may decline it. If the exterior has hazards, things like that, we may decline it. So usually we can always usually get the insurance granted so that you can move along with the process. It's when things aren't up front, that's in the back end. But we do have options when things like that do happen. There are other options that we can work with to make sure that they're insured and can keep the house. Okay.
Now, when people are looking for homeowners insurance, I hear you talk about it quite a bit. A lot of people don't necessarily know what they're getting. What tips can you give people as far as what are the most overlooked things or the most important things that you wish people would pay more attention to, or just things that you think people should pay more attention to that they don't when they're looking at rates and different types of coverage?
Sure. The biggest thing is like people always want to look at price, and price is a big thing when it comes to, you don't want to overpay because it can drive your escrow up, things like that. But the biggest things that I see when I review a policy is things like ACV, which is actual cash value, and RCV, which is replacement cost value. A lot of different companies will put on their actual cash value for a roof and not replacement costs, and that's bad for the owner because if something happens, unexpected things happen all the time. And when ACV is basically depreciation. So when things are depreciated, the price goes down. You may not get as much back as you want. So if you're covered for $400,000 of a home, but you have ACV instead of RCV, then you're not going to get what you need back, and you may come out of pocket. So ACV versus RCV is a huge thing to look for. Deductibles, that's another one. A lot of companies are going to percentage deductibles, and you may not even know it. A lot of carriers don't have to announce it directly to their clients. They can send a letter, but you may go into a percentage and not understanding the percentage. If you only have a $200,000 or $200,000 home and a 1% deductible, that's only $2,000. But if you live in a big house, $600,000 home, now you have a $6,000 deductible. That can get pricey, and you want to and if you have ACV on top of that, now you're spending more money out of pocket. The little things that are overlooked that people don't want to add into their policy, earthquake, sewer and drain. We have a lot of flooding, and flooding's not covered necessarily by the policy, it's a different policy, but like when your sewer and drain backs up, you want to make sure you have coverage in there should you lose items, contents, drywall, things like that. Earthquakes, we do live near the pneumatic fault line. We can be affected by an earthquake, so we want to make sure those are covered. And then again, just going back to making sure, like the way that McCracken Agency does it, we put RCV on everything. We don't want to even take a chance that our client's going to come back and something went wrong. So.
Okay, great. All good information. Appreciate it. How long? how long does it take? How quickly can you get people a quote? Whether they're shopping, whether they just get a contract in the home, they need to find one fairly quickly, or whether they're just shopping around. What type of process do you have, and how long does it take to get a accurate quote?
Sure. Our goal with the McCracken Agency is to get it to you in 24 hours. If you're on a deadline and I've helped you with some things, I can get it from start to finish in 20 minutes.
Okay.
A couple pieces of information. I do the background check on the property, and I can literally put it through and have it sold in 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's a fast process.
Great. Well, I really appreciate you joining me. Ronnie McCracken with the McCracken Family Agency with Farmers Insurance. I'll let you tell people about your social media and contact information. How can people reach out to you?
Sure.
And how can they follow you on social media?
Absolutely. Big on Facebook, so the McCracken Insurance Agency. Just search it on Facebook. You'll find us. Our phone number is 636-345-0528. That's my direct cell number, so you can contact me that way. I don't know many agents that give out their cell number, but that's the best way to contact me.
Okay.
And then you can Google my name, Ronnie McCracken, Covering the Gaps, and it's a huge blog that I do.
Okay.
I'm always putting stuff out there that anybody with any carrier can utilize that information. It's just not for my clients.
Great. Well, thanks again for joining me. And everyone, that concludes episode 18 of the Bob Wahl Show. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you've been watching these videos for a while, thank you very much. If you're enjoying these, comment, like, share. That's the lifeblood of these of the Bob Wahl Show. So I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much, everyone. See you next week. Goodbye for now.